Quick little basic how-to video on checking valve clearance on a 2017 YZ450F. This should apply to 250s as well. You should get your service manual out. That's a really good idea. But the basics are, you have a 14mm Allen head to get this cover off and a 6mm for that inspection hole. And you're going to want to turn this. This is a 17mm nut here. You're going to want to turn that until you can see that little dot lining up with that line there, that it's indicating top dead center, as well as you should have this dot here lining up with the gasket mating surface and another dot on the back side there lining up with that gasket mating surface. Once you have all of your access here, I won't go into depth on how to get that, but once you have the valve cover off and you're ready to start checking for clearance, you're going to want to grab a feeler gauge set. You can get metric or standard. I just happen to have a standard laying around, which is in inches, but the service manual gives you the measurements for both metric and standard. So I'm looking for between 0.005, between 0.007 on the intake side, and I'll show you just what that looks like here. So we'll go with an 0.006 first to see how that feels. So gently push, if it doesn't slide in, then go to the next size down. So I'm going to go to a 0.005 here. And that just pushes in there. So I'm at 0.005 on my intake side. You're going to want to do the same for the exhaust side. Record your numbers and then plug in the formula. If you go to on the next page, it gives you the formulas, everything nicely cross-referenced. But anywho, that's the basics just for checking your clearances. If you have something that's out of spec, that's a little bit of a different animal. I'm not going to get into that unless I find something that's out of spec here. So far we're good. I still have to check the exhaust side, but you may end up having to pull the cams, hold the chain up, and change out that spacer that's underneath the bucket. So that's a basic informational.